Hey everybody, we are back with more of this. I saw a video today on YouTube in my recommendations, and its title was something along the lines of like, well, why do audiophiles not like these 9 legendary speakers or something like that? Something of that sort of type. And the simple answer, of course, is that audiophiles don't actually like music. Second of all, this is feeling a little laggy today. That's weird. It's not like I changed systems or anything. That'd be a strange choice. But more to the point here. Ooh, a sniper weapon. That would be useful. The Gadgetron PDA. I probably want that at some point. But for now, I am going to take this thing. Because having something that can actually attack at a range might be good. Oh, hey, we're shrink raying after we already shrink rayed. That's a good idea. But really, I think part of it is just like the less you have to settle at any given point, the more you're like less like I was about to say the more you're less likely, which is a great construction of words, but the more likely you are if you don't have to settle for only good enough to be only able to enjoy, like, the furthest edge out of something on some level. So, you know, I spent most of my youth listening to music through cheap computer speakers and, like, sort of grocery store special type of headphones, right? Except for the very rare times when I got to use the main stereo system and listen to stuff on Dad's big speakers, which even those were not necessarily like super high end or anything, but I just kind of got used to questionable sound. And nowadays I'm on the Meze 99 Neo headphones, which are not necessarily the world's greatest. What? Do I need to go through the... Oh my god, I have to go through the fucking hoverboard race, don't I? Ugh. I'm so mad right now. I have to do more of this trash. But, I mean, I have decent headphones now. Technically, I could go higher, but it's like, this is good enough. On the other hand, I do still have some slightly older headphones that are still decent. Like, one of them is a pair of AKG K92s, which... very solid pair of headphones, you know, if you want to spend $50 on something that they don't make anymore. That's a pretty solid use of your resources. But it's like it doesn't sound as good as my other ones now, because I'm on something a little bit better, and you end up in that sort of position. And I kind of think a little bit about that, like, when you're a kid and you have to settle for all the garbage games, you think that those are great as a result. And nowadays it's like, hey, I don't have to settle for this, so I kind of recognize this to be what? Whatever the case may be, we somehow won the last time we went through this, even though, like, what we did should not have counted at all, but I digress. We're gonna get some pretty wild hit detection there, because that definitely, I did not touch that power-up. So perhaps this entire mechanic just doesn't work very well. Wow, who could imagine? I'm sure that all of you are absolutely fucking shocked. Also, the amount that I get knocked back for... Christ, I was practically sideways touching that game. Are you sure about this? Yeah, we're starting early with the pain, aren't we? God, this game is so bad. Which is weird. I've definitely played worse games this year, but this... I don't know, maybe it's because I actually knew that Ride to Hell Retribution was going to be trash going into it. But this, I thought, was at least passable. But this just does not feel like something that a human being has ever created, play tested. This doesn't feel like a serious thing, you know? I've played fan games that play better than this. Not like specifically for Ratchet and Clank or anything, but just as sort of like a general way, like, I guess it's more to say, well, I can't use the term unprofessional here because, good lord, literal professionalism or not, that doesn't have a great impact on it. The one, like, bit of mercy that I'm hoping for is that this is fairly short. These sound effects suck, by the way. Like, in case there was any doubt whatsoever in your mind, these sound effects are ass. Also, of course, I can't tell where the fuck I'm going in that section, so that's cool. I just lost all of my forward momentum. Oh yeah, and of course, don't forget about the fact where the up and down on the stick is inverted from where you would expect it to be anytime you gotta do flight or aiming or any of that. Oh man. I'm genuinely curious if anyone playtested this. What I would love to do is get someone in my comments to say something about it. Because otherwise, I'm just sort of left speculating like, oh, did they make up all these names that they put at the end? Because, good lord, this doesn't feel like it actually was playtested. And while that's probably a fun bit once in a while, like, it's got to get old after a point. Plus, again, if people actually did do anything... Are you out of your fucking mind, game? I didn't even touch that. Like, legitimately, it just killed me before I made impact. I was just dead in the air there. That... real good. I'm so glad. I am so glad. Ugh. So, how's everybody doing today? I would be a lot happier if I didn't have to do this garbage for no good reason other than the game forcing me to. I guess every single one of these games has some sort of thing where it's like, hey, yeah, explore and do all the side missions, at least at the lowest level, get somewhere. Fuck! Why? Oh, is it because I let go of the boost? I gotta hold it for that long so that way I can not have enough to actually get across? It's probably something like that, because it would be. That was incredibly far away from that I actually got that booster. That's... They are quite generous in that way, at least. I'll give credit there. But also, ugh. Jesus. No! Why? Oh, I know why, but maybe this mechanically is not very good, you know? That might be more along the lines of why I'm saying why in this case. Is like, why design something like this? Why would you have chosen to... Fucking hell! How much time do you need for me to be able to recover, game? Like... Wow. Alright. Oh, and now it says I'm in 4th because the positioning is drunk. It's like we're on that Yoshi stage in Mario Kart. On the other hand, with how functional this version of this game has been, it could have just been a glitch for all I know. And indeed, no sequence of, like, cutting away there.
This stupid piece of junk never worked right anyway. It makes magnets change polarity so that they either push or pull when you... Never mind. Thank you, sir.
Well, that's helpful. Now I never have to do this ever again, hopefully. At least I'm, like, very, very hopeful. I'll be right back. I'm not switching to the intermission screen. This game doesn't deserve more music. Okay, hi everybody, I'm back. And let's get back to this game. As much as I'm not sure I truly want to, but I suppose that part cannot be helped. Get back in the ship, and... I mean, we can go and do this stuff. This isn't so bad. But I'd rather just go and see about finishing the game, you know. Okay, well, there we go. Music is at least decent quality here.
The polarizer can activate and reverse the polarity. The red symbol indicates magnets and devices that are affected by the polarizer.
I'm not exactly sure how that is supposed to function as a type of, like, magnetic effect. That appeared to be a bunch of luggage and a dude. Like, is that being pushed somehow? Or did it magnetize this thing to suck in the not metallic-looking objects?
To use the polarizer, select it with your quick select or from the gadgets menu. Face a polarizer target and press the circle.
Okay, like here we've got a little metal cart. So okay, I guess it is that we're just straight up magnetizing the little arcade machine thing over there, the kiosk. I guess would be a much more serious way to put it, but I mean, if you think there's going to be any seriousness here, well, that's some bad news. Hey! Free bolt. As the tone of the music suddenly just dropped. That was weird. Why did it sound like that? Oh, whatever. Hey, here's Slim Cognito. He's got upgrades for us. Cool. Oh my god, yes. Some actual damage for this thing. And I mean, the lock-on mod, too, is pretty good. Wide barrel. That gives us some bigger blast area, I'm sure. Charge up lets us charge for more damage. And lock-on lets us do the thing. Let's see what we've got for the acid bomb. Okay, yeah, so it does more DPS, I guess. Exploding the resulting compound is... Yeah, so I guess that paralyzed enemies inside the acid field. Cool, I guess. Sure. I don't know why you can't just give me a better bomb, but like, hey. I'm not going to ask too many questions. I am, however, going to ask myself questions about why I am continuing to use this piece of shit in order to DPS. I know that I need to upgrade it, but like, things here are kind of hard. I should probably use a real weapon. Or play better or something. I don't know. That part seems a little hard. Right, yeah, so we rotate this big magnetic stand. You know, a thing anybody would sensibly construct, right? And we apply a magnetic field that pushes the ferromagnetic material away, because that's how magnets work. Oh my god, maybe the insane clown posse were onto something. I don't like that. I do not like that. Anyway, jokes aside, I assume that it's supposed to be, because like something like that would have some sort of magnetic element inside, right? So surely it's just operating off of that, I guess. I don't know, it's still really stupid no matter what. Obviously, applying logic to a Ratchet and Clank game is not a good use of my time. And of course, I recognize as well that I've basically been doing it in a sort of selective way with video games, and it's just like, oh yeah, I'll bring that thing up that's completely illogical for games that I don't like. And yet, this game that I do like, I'll just let everything slide. And yeah, it's not wrong to say that, hey, you're being inconsistent, because to be fair, that is kind of inconsistent. Hey, get your ass out of here, guys. God, there's so many of them. Well, at least we're almost done upgrading the flamethrower, so I'll be able to switch over to something real in a second, right? Well, we have 6 ammunition. What does this thing do? Oh, it's just a flamethrower, but more. Wow, whoopty shit. What a fantastic upgrade. What an excellent use of my time. I don't know why I'm surprised, to be honest with you. Probably shouldn't be. And yet, here we are. Here we are. Here by the water side. There where the lens is what? Oh. That's a Yes song from one of the albums that I don't think anybody likes, but I think was actually really good. Drama. It was, at least for a while, the only album of theirs that did not feature John Anderson as the lead singer. Up until about the late aughts. And it was a pretty good album. Late aughts? Maybe mid-aughts. I forget. Because... Was Fly From Here recorded with or without Chris Squire? Because he died in the 2000s. Anyway, this statue is a little bit weird to get onto. I'm sure none of you guys care about any of that shit that I was rambling about, but I apologize. Oh. Oh, good. I'm glad they give you enough space for that. At least they just kick you straight outside, right? It could be worse. I'm sure they'll find a way to make it worse very, very soon. Ah, good. We can make the hard jumps, but we'll fail at the easy ones. That's just kind of how this sort of thing goes on the stream most of the time. Oh. That wasn't something we could side jump. Well, thank goodness it didn't try to make me do it anyway. It's not Sonic Adventure 2. Eesh. Oh, there's more guys here. Good. This is not a really an appropriate weapon to use for these fellows. I mean, made even worse by the fact they don't even die in one hit from the sniper weapon. Like, oh, is it because it's a timed mine? Obviously, right. I don't like that. That's cool. That's a good design on this game's part. They really did not know what to do with any of these weapons, did they? They could have just made the standards and they were like, oh no, we gotta... Which is weird because for a lot of these weapons, they did just kind of make the standard weapons, but here we are. Okay, I may have to reread on the lock-on mod to see if it works in the same... No, it does! It's just that this game is bad, so the fact that I wasn't hitting everything was... Yeah. Oh well, go through this crack in the window for some reason. Use our thing to break some more ground around here, and... have to get shockingly close to that. I'm so used to the other games where it just sucks in the stuff from inappropriately far away. Also, a loading zone in the middle of the level without like a screen transition. That's unusual. I also just kind of failed to jump there. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna involve us doing some very goofy dodging, isn't it? Or just, you know, generally be a chase sequence. Sound kind of like Sub-Zero when I fall off a cliff. Oh, that's fun. Why am I, like, stuck on the edge there, other than the fact that the polygons are too carefully formed? God, the sound design in this game just does not feel like Ratchet and Clank. I mean, okay, sure, have new sound effects. I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea, but also, boy, they do not work for this game. Sheesh. Alright. Now, down we go, and I'm sure that this is just going to be a complete laugh riot here, right? Am I even going to have a space at which to snipe from? Well, we're starting off with other dudes instead, so... Thank God, that lightning attack is so... not good looking. Not the helix beam. That's just a generic helix beam. I mean the lightning attack from the big dudes and their staves. Ouch. Also, you do, like, die instantaneously, which I think is an interesting wrinkle. Alright. So, I do want to complain, by the way. They listed that as R1 and R2 to zoom in and zoom out. Now, those are correct, obviously. But ordering the words in that order is not. Because if you... R1 is zoom out, R2 is zoom in. If you want to write that statement, you would write, use R1 and R2 to zoom out and zoom in, or use R2 and R1 to zoom in and zoom out. Or better, you say, use R1 to zoom out and R2 to zoom in. Or other way around, depending on... Personally, I would say write zoom in before zoom out, especially because you start as zoomed out as possible when you scope with that weapon. But I'm not necessarily going to force anybody to do that. I am, however, going to say that, you know, from a perspective of, like, if I was out here writing a style guide on how to give instructions in a video game, it would be like that. Once again, I'm sure that there have been some significantly worse games that have done things much worse in that regard, and I've just glossed over it, and to that I say, yeah, whatever. And that will be a new helmet for us. That's great. That gives us some more defense. I mean, it keeps telling us these damage reduction numbers. I don't know if I believe them, but hey.
There she is! Let's get her! Ratchet, do you notice anything unusual about Luna?
Well, she does seem to have an unusually large door in the back of her head.
And why do you suppose that is?
She's, robot?
Correct. I believe the Technomites set us up from the beginning. What I do not know is why.
Yeah?
Because they're assholes, probably.
Technomites inside her head know why, and now I'm gonna find out.
Well, no you're not, dude.
It appears we will have to...
No, you're not. We're going to instead go somewhere else entirely, just automatically. Okay, yeah, I think we're actually quite far along in the game. If I recall, this is like the second or third to last planet or something, which, you know, by Ratchet and Clank standards, these usually have like 20 worlds or so. Oh, did it take that long for them to ban? As there's part of me that's like, does that even matter anymore? It probably does, but I just sort of had this moment of like, Okay, yeah, so we'll pick up the shock rocket here. That seems like it'd be pretty good. Yeah, we go into our quick select, and I guess we're going to dump the concussion cannon for the shock rocket, because that has turned out to not be such an impressive investment, but oh well. Oh, we got a new Clank arena here if we want to go and earn some dosh and possibly upgrades later. But more importantly, I can use the box breaker to break down those things. That'll be presumably helpful. I have no idea what the overall reward for any of that stuff is, like if it's better armor or just money or whatever. Don't fall off. Well, incredible. Good job, Konami, for eventually realizing that it might be a problem. Okay, it looks like these were sheep are actually killable. That's good. I was starting to get a little worried. Is that all of them? I think it is. Oh, no, there's one more who's hopping around being a jerk. Just out here like, oh, look at me, I'm a werewolf sheep. Yeah, okay, buddy. Cool. Good for you. The amount of people who care, not many. Oh, hey. Ooh, Battletoads. And Bionic Commando. Ninja Gaiden probably... Like, that might... Actually, that might be heresy. Maybe I'll cool on that for a second. But I've never been a huge Ninja Gaiden fan. Also, we just sort of teleported right in here instead of being able to do anything reasonably smart from a planning perspective. So that's great. 800 sets, what, 40 a shot? Well, it's nicer than they usually are with the rockets, their prices, so I'll accept that. I don't know if that's worth like jack shit experience-wise, but I'm going to hope it is because I haven't got much else at this point, right? Like, eesh. Why are you not getting hit by those sometimes? Or is it just not flinch from all of them? But nevertheless, 7 hits to get the kill, if that's the case. Like, you're serious, aren't you, game? That's insane. Why am I just now getting access to this thing and it's a sniper weapon if there's nothing that I can do good damage to with it? Because it is simply that weak. That's an awful choice. I mean, everything in this game is kind of an awful choice, but I digress. Honestly, this just kind of makes me want to go play Going Commando again. Maybe I'll do that, but I won't subject everyone on the stream to it because, yeah. It was kind of rude, but... Okay, so let's go back in here. As it suddenly becomes night after it was just day, like a second ago. Like, just yeah, back-to-back nighttime, because that way they can force you to get into a fight here. What is this game for the Commodore 64 or something? They gotta have design like that? Okay, it's being mean. The Commodore 64 didn't deserve that, and it actually had some well-designed games, I'm pretty sure, so... Anyway, let's go out here and pick these up. One at a time. Step lively now, you. Okay, so I guess these are being used for platforms, and they probably want me to go the other way around in order to climb up the thing easier. But of course, I couldn't tell because I don't remember what these do offhand. Also, I think strictly color coding things is probably a bad idea. Also, like, do I have a camera angle that doesn't suck here, please? I don't think that's a thing that even exists. Okay. So we got the titanium bolt there. Let's take a look around this area. Do I have enough that I can buy the Godzilla skin? I don't. Yeah, see, I figured we could make that. I mean, there was every possibility we couldn't, but I thought we'd be fine. It just would have been a little tight or something. Ah, yes, I love my melee rocket launcher. I also love how my health upgrade effect doesn't do damage to enemies, which is a thing that you usually get out of it in other games in this series. I also love how it doesn't have a sound cue. That's definitely a choice that you can make. Oh, hey, fuck. You know, at times it really feels like they just want you to have the weapons that you literally just bought completely upgraded. And I think that that's a little bit silly. Of course, if the game is truly as short as I'm remembering it being, just from, like, having gotten to this world, maybe it is a problem of, like, they legitimately just have no content, so they gotta do something like this. I mean, I tell you, I already don't feel any contentment with this game. Sorry. Sorry! I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. But it's not like that's unusual for this stream, really. God, how many of these fucking things are there? Get in there, dude. Okay, we're almost having upgraded the shock rocket, the shock jockey or whatever it's called. Wait, no, I'm sorry, that was BioShock. But hey, we got there. And the sheep go back to normal. And I get to plug them real quick for some free experience. Some free EXP points. I guess we just had to survive until time elapsed. It's a threat. Thank you, Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen. I hope you're having a good day there, old plasticillion. Old red name type. Because I'm just over here like I'm trying to think of goofy joke names here, but instead I'm thinking I need to just bypass this flower because it kind of sucks to use. Oh baby, I may have wanted to stay up there and try to snipe these guys. These chuckle fucks, but oh yeah, I didn't quite have enough distance there, unfortunately. Okay, here, let's pick this thing up. And not get across there? What? I probably just didn't jump good enough. But also, again, can I raise a complaint here of grab the fucking ledge, Ratchet? And it's not like I'm out here like, hey, grow a new ability, buddy. He's been able to do that in every other game in the series, so I do not know what the deal is here. Okay, let's get on the edge of this flower, I guess. The physics on this are really weird. Was I this bad at it as a kid? Or is this, like, not new? Guys? Don't know where they are. Okay. That's excellent. Oh, I see, because they're hiding until we actually get off of the ledge, I guess. I love having to walk into an ambush that I know about already in advance. That's always fun. I thought ambushes were a thing you could choose where and when and how they happened. Damn it, Breeself, you lied to me again. It's okay, I think that's the only time Breeself has lied to me. And it was for a bit, so like, how mad can I actually be? Anyway, jokes aside here. Let's pick up all this money and get in here. So I wonder what exactly I have to contend with here because of this just weird 5 rows thing. Oh, it's just some very simple jumping back and forth. There was, like... Saying that there was challenge involved there feels like a huge stretch. Okay, we've got 3 dirt clods, and we've got probably 2 plants that we can deal with here. Yeah, I was gonna say, did they shut down for the night? But it switched back to daytime too fast for me to find out. Oh, neat, another helmet. The Mega Bomb helmet, huh? That might not be the safest thing to wear, but okay. Put it on anyway. It's alright, if I die at this point from an explosion, it won't necessarily be that weird in the greater scheme. Oh, hey, look, it's a bunch of farming equipment for us to pass by. Well, I mean, this is an interesting level theme for this series, I think. Maybe not. I mean, comparatively, it could be a lot dumber. And I'm sure it'll get a lot dumber very soon. Uh-oh. Yeah, it sure did. We've got no music here for some reason. Don't know if it's a glitch or if it's intentional, but what a stupid thing to have be intentional, right? Which is what leads me to believe that it's probably completely intentional. Now, what I seem to recall from this section is, like, you run away from a... Yeah, I was gonna say you run away from a combine. Not in the Half-Life 2 sense, but... Well, you get it. I was about to ask what became of that, but as you can see, it's an airplane that transforms into a combine after it's done doing its really bad Red Baron impression. Toad like a devil. Oh, sorry. It's that short. It's that short. Huh. I thought it was going to be longer and a lot harder. That was only in the most technical sense a challenge. Now, this will probably be a little bit tougher because of reasons. Oh. Almost got rocked. Once again, though, no music.
So,
Like, what the heck?
Aegis superheroes finally catch the little girl.
We know what you are, Luna.
What we don't know is why.
We knew you'd fall for it, Ratchet. You can't resist playing the hero. We just needed to get you to our lab so we could extract your DNA, and this was the easiest way to do it.
But why do you need his
That
DNA?
still doesn't answer questions, really.
Technomites are tired of being taken advantage of. Everyone uses our technology, but no one gives us credit. Our robots are strong, but as you have demonstrated, they are no match
Why
for Ratchet.
does the existing technology require...
Ratchets.
What?
Using our advanced cloning technology,
That's...
Emperor Otto has begun creating an entire army of Ratchets. His clone factory is turning them out as we speak.
That's stupid.
Too late to stop him.
Ratchet's entire reason why he's, like, competent is a matter of practice and equipment. Just shitting out a bunch of weird rat men isn't going to do anything for you. Also, why did the voice on the little girl bot change? Like, is it supposed to be the voice of the guys inside of it, or... Oh god, do we have to do the effing chase sequence again? We sure do. Well, that'll be why I remember this being so long. And it's because it's followed up by a boss fight that surely is very annoying. Hey, welcome back to No Music once again for... You know, I actually really like the soundtrack of a lot of these games. It's actually pretty good. I wish I knew offhand what the name of the composer for any of these games. But usually the Ratchet and Clank game soundtrack's pretty solid. So the fact that we're sitting here with a bunch of zero music for these chase sequences... And again, they've had plenty of, like, high-energy tracks, too. It's not like they don't know how to do this. It's like Chrono Cross, man. Remember all the parts of Chrono Cross where there was just no fucking music for some reason? In a game whose soundtrack is that good? You know, you get Yasunori Mitsuda to make your soundtrack again, and you just go, you know what we need? Absolute silence during the final boss. The fuck? Like, there's a lot of things wrong with that game, but that one might actually be the most befuddling. And have you seen the plot of Chrono Cross? Jesus, man. Anyway, we got hit by 2 rocks because I'm bad at video games. Oh. Hey. Oh, and this fight doesn't have any music now either. The hell? Didn't have battle music before? Or am I just imagining that because there's no reason why it shouldn't? Yeah, Quest 64, where just spamming rocks is basically your main way to do it. That's how you get away with... Oh, God. Well, I heard the music starting to crop in a little bit there. Is it just that quiet? Because they're just using the standard level music or something? This is bothering me. Okay, I was curious if I could just, like, stand there and do nothing. But let's see if we can get a quick reset, because I think going into this with full HP would be a better idea. If possible, right? Or is this going to be a part where I want to go back and grind? Where I want to level grind in a Ratchet and Clank game for some reason? Because in order to make up for 0 content, they decided to just up the difficulty on what little there was. still missing quite a few. Well, there's our music back. I just had to pause and unpause. Although, again, this probably should have a special piece of music. And that little bit of, like, synthesizer, glockenspiel almost sound is kind of making me think Christmas music a little bit. I mean, obviously this isn't literally Christmas music, but it's not Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Ah, hey. Thought that rocket already dropped. What the hell? Ah! You were a lot closer than I thought you would be. Speaking of a lot closer than I thought, having to get a lot closer to those nano recoveries than in previous games. Ah, yes, good. I'm glad I couldn't see the fireball there because of it being literally the size of Ratchet's whole body. What the fuck? Did that thing even land by that point? God, the way this behaves is not great. I'm not enjoying it. How many do I have? Okay, no, it's like 62. God, because the numbers are so crunched. I would love to know what they want me to get out of that tower. But I also don't want to bother looking for it. I don't want to make an effort. Okay. Back to this part. Wow, I love having to dodge this stupid little pissant aeroplane over and over. Oh, yep. Remember that now it's time to dodge. I'm pausing for a second to rearrange windows on the left monitor here. So I paused to doom scroll while I was in the middle of doing that zero effort thing. That I failed at once because I thought I could make it negative effort, but I got punished for that, which, to be fair, I probably deserved. But you won't hear me actually own up to that in a serious manner. Absolutely not. Can the rocks end? I mean, I would appreciate if the transition was a little smoother, but hey. What the fuck? I didn't even see a shot there. That's incredible. But okay, yeah, the pattern is 2 of those. Oh, hey. And here come the pretzels. And by the pretzels, I mean the gas canisters, but You know, pretzels, gas canisters, same thing, really. Aside from all the ways in which they are completely different. Oh, God. Oh, they're shooting more of those, I see. 3 attacks? Alright, and... incoming gas. Pick up the health, Jesus! It's like right there. Okay, finally. That's really annoying. Probably because this entire thing controls like ass and we have like no HP because
The construction of this robot is more advanced than anything I have seen.
this game is going so fast.
Advanced or not, she took the factory coordinates with her when we, well, disabled her.
I believe I may be able to interface with her to retrieve those coordinates.
I don't know, Clank. Something this advanced must have security programs to keep you from doing that.
I am sure I will have no...
Oh, come on, Ratchet. Modern technology,
Installed.
are you ridiculous?
Past the cerebral shield, avoid the mainframe intake security protocol, and bingo.
You got it?
Yes, the coordinates are...
Clank! Oh, no. Now what?
Oh no, he's full of
Here I come, Clank. Hang on.
tiny guys. I mean, you could go in the mouth, I guess, and that would probably work. But hey, whatever. Yay, we get an extra level at the end of this. I don't remember this at all, but I suppose I shouldn't be surprised by this being a thing.
Hands in the air. Now turn around very slowly. Who are you? I'm Clank Security Backup. Come online whenever his power's out to protect his circuitry. Hey, you're Ratchet, aren't you? Yeah. Hey, I thought you were another one of them soldiers that came marching through here. I think they're trying to get in the old memory bank.
Oh no, I do remember this. Never mind.
Get rid of them and figure out how to wake Clank.
It's like,
Well, if you
yeah,
get
suddenly it
those soldiers
came
out
back to
here,
me. Not this
I'll
cutscene, but...
switch to turn Clank back on. I can't do it until all the soldiers are gone, though.
Alright, you big weenie. Clank has a tiny Gadgetron vendor inside of him for some reason. Ooh, static barrier. That might be kind of helpful. I mean, listen, is there such a thing as context in this case, really? God, that looks ugly. And sounds worse because it has no sound. Hey. That's a really easy joke, isn't it? Listen, I swear one of these days I will try to actually get... I've been saying that for like 3 years. It's okay. We have no Clank here to give us any floating ability, so that's great. Did I finally... I didn't kill any of them with that. Wow, alright. Well, the static barrier is, like, wobbling a little bit, so... Is that from me taking too much damage with it? Or too much damage, I mean taking any damage on it? Is this so? If that's our, like, visual representation for it? I mean, that's not as bad as I was thinking. But also 200 bolts apiece. That's pretty rough. That's rough, buddy. God, we're not below... We're not at, like, 3... Oh, yeah, of course we are, because I bought the static barrier. I was about to say, what the fuck? Why are we so low on money? but I understand why. It's because I just bought a new weapon. And I hadn't been doing that for a while because most of our new weapon options were kind of bad. I did just get the shock rocket, but I guess I earned all that money back in the level. Probably from dying like 800 times. Hey, can I land an effing hit with that thing? Come on. Clank's body is full of a bunch of crates for some reason. Maybe these guys brought him in. I don't know. Did you? No, I don't think you. I don't think you did. I don't think you told me, rather. Evolution Funko Pop. Well, I guess they'll make practically any piece of merchandise with the Eevee evolutions. Meanwhile, I don't think there's been any, like, proper merch of the ostrich Pokemon, which I still really like. There's been a couple of just TCG cards of the ostrich, but nothing else. So that's the closest I've gotten here. I did pick up all of those at some point, though, so... Are you stuck on something, Ratchet? Yes, he's stuck on the edge of the platform for some reason. As I'm trying to do long jumps, which I can't do for obvious reasons. Barrier up and... Oh, do these guys get, like, iframes? No, they just take literally that many shots to kill because... Bad game. It's not even like I'm over here playing this on a hard mode or something, which I don't think there is a hard mode available in any real sense yet. Like, the only thing you'd get in that regard is that there's a challenge mode later. Why are you on that instead of the... I was hoping to kill that thing, because I'm pretty sure that I have to get kills on any of my weapons in order to gain EXP with it. No, it's starting to get some experience, so that's good. Oh, wow. Alright, so I guess headshots do actually work. At least on these guys. Because there's no way it's this strong against the same enemy this far back or something, you know? That'd be really stupid. Oh, presumably not, is all I can say there. put this on. What kind of a patrol pattern was that? Other than one that mostly exists to confuse the fuck out of me. Let's put this on and have these guys bite my shiny metal ass a little bit, which is neither shiny nor particularly metal, but hey. Oh, I don't have the weapon on that I thought I did, but whatever. I think the door opens behind us again? No? So we're locked out of that shop forever? Fuck. How irritating. I guess they really are like, hey, yeah, make sure you get the Gadgetron PDA, idiot. I don't want to. Well, it doesn't make ammunition too expensive. I haven't seen that yet. Let's take a look. That's fun. Turn on this fan. Gotta keep your robot computer cooled, right? And float our asses over here. At bare minimum, we should at least be able to get the shock rocket up a level by the end of this, in theory. So that's handy. I think, at least with our current ammunition supply, it should be doable. Maybe not, but hey, there's a shop right there. Because for some reason, there's a shitload of shops inside of Clank's body, brain body here. Wow, that was just awful on the eyes. What the hell? Also, I love that we can just break all these random chips and parts of Clank's innards here. I'm sure that he really likes having his friend do that. Good. I just wanted the upgrade for it. And I was quite willing to risk my life there because it would probably put me back to the shop area, so I'd be fine with that. And we get another grind block here because they decided to lean all in on this shrinking idea. So, hey, shrink down when you're already shrink rate. Good idea. As I suddenly start thinking about Tiny Kong having a shrinking ability while already being the smallest of the DK crew. Well, don't even bother. Just take the hit. It's a lot of damage, but ultimately, we're fine. Oh, nope, nope, nope. We don't want that guy to see us yet. Okay. So we can deal with these things, at least, and that'll be nice. We can deal with the groundlings here. And I guess try to snipe this dude in the face. Yeah, I think we got him, actually. Listen. Oh god, what? Is that thing emitting death waves like this? Yeah, so you really do more damage to things that are further away, I guess.
Pick up pieces of the
Okay, so we use this thing to
repair Clank's heart.
I thought that's what we had to do, like, just my immediate guess, but I was like, that's so odd. As we haven't actually seen that be a thing that works in any previous point in the game yet. So, huh. Also, the tiny goblin guys broke Clank's heart. Anyway. Let's go back this way. If there was another shop, that would help me. So I can get back my sniper mine bolts here. But maybe this is the end of the road?
Great work. Now, stand back, son.
I thought this was much longer, actually.
You better get out of here before the automatic virus detection program comes online and hunts you down. Try to head for the mouth if I were you.
Oh, well. Not really end of the line, then. Just end of part 1 of the dungeon. That's alright. That's how it goes. Pick these up, and Sure, I'll take any way to eliminate enemies early if I am given it. As I see the game doesn't want to give me a good perspective here. Ah, yes, more polarizer shenanigans, I see. Whoop. Just thinking about how the third game had a second wheel for its quick select. And I know that there's not that many things in this game. Like, there's 13 weapons and 4 gadgets. Which means you'd have all but one being just sort of situated on the wheel, but I don't think that's a bad thing, really. Oops. Well, that was slightly bothersome. Oh well. Okay. Put the shield on. And rebuy it just because, yeah. Give me back those things too. 225 each, that is 75 a piece, which is quite a bit actually for this type of weapon. That upsets me slightly, I think. I was gonna say that guy left. That's not what happened. Here, can you die from that dude? No. I'm not even sure if the static barrier does like counter damage or anything. Actually, do you have info for me? It doesn't say anything about that, so the answer may very well be no, in fact. It doesn't. Be a little bit horrible, really, but at this point, a little bit horrible is just kind of a good description of basically everything in this game. And not in the, like, interesting way of that I can use that for a lot of things. Of games that are, like, upsetting in the real way. This is just a game that sucks. And not in the fun way. You feel yourself being sucked out, unfortunately. Wait. Oh. Yeah, I'll just tank those hits, that's fine. Thank you, shield barrier. Shield barrier, listen to me. Yeah, what other kind of barrier would it be, right? Ice barrier? No, that's something else, sorry. Oops. Okay, what the hell is going on here? Oh. It's just a slightly odd pattern. Big air quotes involved there. Yeah, those hook shots are making me worried. I'll tell you that for free. Just equip it. I gotta equip this thing again. See, I think this would be interesting if it was a case of, like, you've got to specifically navigate this intentionally around the laser, and it's like a trap otherwise, but it's just a thing of, here's these predetermined locations that you go to in order. Like, this definitely looks a little bit more the speed of the thing that I was thinking there. Of, here's some shit for us to dodge around, which, again, actually not a bad idea from a design perspective, a level design perspective here. Not necessarily sold on the rest of it, and by not necessarily sold on the rest of it, I mean, ugh, but, you know, one thing at a time. You got a skill point. I would assume it's for the fact that I did that whole section without taking damage. Oh, I gotta wait for the cutscene to end in order to actually equip that. There we go. Oh, hey, there's 2 more whole sets. You know what? Can we check our skill point for that? Game? Did it crash? Guys, the game crashed. I've never had that happen before. Give me a sec here. I'm going to take a look at the... See if the disc is, like, scratched to shit or something. It might be. I wasn't good at keeping any of my stuff when I was a kid. Or, honestly, an adult. Yeah, it's not that badly beat up or anything. It just made the game crash somehow. So, reset time. That's weird. I don't remember where it auto-saved, but it did auto-save, so at least there's that. I just still tend to hard save anyway, just to make sure. Oh, we're at least somewhere still inside of Clank. We're going to see if we got the body armor. Because I think it auto-saved after that. After we get to this checkpoint. Sure. What have you got, game? Yeah, we have that. Okay. So, sure, it just left us there, but now we have to go back through the dungeon. Thanks, game. Thanks a fucking lot. Well, whatever. At least it gives me an opportunity to max this thing out, I suppose. Excellent. We got the Deadeye Mine. So that's... Still only got 10 shots. That's great. Do you do anything special now? Oh, so it shoots little extra explodey things. That's cool. I guess. The suck cannon would probably be helpful here because of the sheer amount of those little assholes that we fight. Where did my equipped weapon go, game? At least we should be able to vacuum those dudes up. They are of a size that it looks just about right. No? Or was it because our thing is not strong enough or something? The sound on the suck gun is like actually correct, so I'll grudgingly give them points for that. But I'm also surprised that they are not considered to be of an acceptable size for me to vacuum, because they look like they would be. I mean, I guess maybe they're a little bit larger than most of those enemies are, but only a little bit. Sure. Let's load this thing up. So that way at least I can dole out some damage with this. And maybe get it some more experience very soon. And start to work on leveling up more weapons. Because I'm probably going to need my whole arsenal just sort of maxed out, aren't I? At this point, at some point here. A lot fewer enemies this time, it seems like. But maybe it's just because that room was empty. Yeah, those guys are still there. Yeah, all of that didn't even kill one of these guys. Are you sure, game? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 fucking shots with this thing. God, why are all of these enemies so unrelentingly beefy? Or I guess why are all these weapons so unrelentingly bad? Same basic idea. Also, why couldn't it have started me at the last checkpoint that I got to? You know, give me the Map-O-Matic. I was gonna say, it's real weird for them to just send out one enemy at a time, but there was somebody else sneaking up on me. But it definitely felt like it's been a period of only one enemy at a time for a bit there. Let's go back and restock real quick, because we could really use it. But oh no, that doesn't allow us to purchase the Agents of Doom, which would probably not do anything even if I threw a full clip at an enemy. All right, here's where the polarizer skins pardon me. Here's where the polarizer challenges begin. I'm sorry, I said the wrong word because I was thinking about what I almost clicked into. Okay, that is done. And here we go. We hit the switch. And we're on to phase 2 again. After we hit the loading zone, because we needed one of those for some reason. The shop here almost feels a little quaint, because I don't need that anymore. Oh wait, these guys should be able to be sucked, right? I should be able to suck these enemies and avoid having to actually fight them, right? Let's find out. Because if I can, that's just literally free experience for the weapon. Although, knowing the way this game is, it won't let me. Yeah, see what I tell you. They aren't allowed to be sucked. Am I just not allowed to suck enemies in this game? You know what? Info time. Suck smaller enemies up. Yeah. Are they too strong? And that's the problem, because admittedly, to be fair, I would understand that, because that is usually the way it works, and it's kind of abnormal when it doesn't work that way. So, that would be a little bit on the strange side. But get along with it here. Sure, let's equip this thing. Then I guess we'll equip the suck gun as well. But what are you doing, game? Well, good, I just wasted a bunch of ammo for that, because for some reason it was taking, like, phantom inputs or some shit. Maybe I swear, sometimes it's like you're tapping it for too long, even though I probably am. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I mean, I'm already slightly annoyed right now because I have to go back through this after I already beat it, but... Well, neither here nor there, is it? Aside from the several ways in which it is. Both. Okay, I can't double jump while I'm doing the suck. That's... frustrating. Also, it really should respawn the crates after I'm... You know, if I die because of... Like, sure, put no bolts back in them to prevent you from getting the free grind, but... Let me at least get the ammo back for my suck cannon. Now, of course, we get to navigate this while we're doing this. This massive turning radius. If I let go of the button, then I'm going to lose my suction and not be able to continue reloading the weapon. Nice. There's our first upgrade for it. So we get some extra capacity, which is real good because, I mean, I already am going to have issues with that, and at least it should do more damage. There's that to look forward to, I suppose. And we took, like, one pixel of clipping from that spark, and we lost it. Lost our shield. Oh, oops. I wonder if getting hit by the stage hazards here gets you experience for the thing or not. The thing in this case being the shield. There we go. I knew I would remember the word eventually. I was gonna say, the rest of these guys die? I think they did. Alright. Eject those, so that way we can get a better supply of ammunition from here. It's not better by as much as I was hoping, because that looked like 10 crates, but, well, I guess not. Yeah, I'm mostly dying to bottomless pits here because that's just kind of how it goes a lot of the time. I was expecting to fight an enemy there. I mean, truth be told, I don't have to avoid too much damage here anymore, I don't think, but also who knows how badly those pillars are going to, like, rip my shield. And I literally cannot do anything until the magnet stops moving, so... Oh, I can't even aim this... No, I can aim this thing with L1, I just couldn't there. For some reason. Okay, there we go. And this should let us out of Clank's mouth hole or something. Or maybe we're going to fall into another sub-dungeon here. I don't know. Whatever the case may be.
What happened?
You got short-circuited when you interfaced with Luna.
She must have had a level 9 access protocol installed, which activates retroactively
Oh,
when I...
of course she did. Right before you conked out, you said you found the clone factory coordinates.
Accessing? Yes, I do have them. I cannot believe I was stupid enough to make such a simple mistake.
Oh, relax, buddy.
Pal, the important thing is you got the coordinates.
I suppose you are right. We should get going.
Well, yeah, time to get on with it now that we're finally done with this planet. Like the weird little girl robot is still there for us to just use as the way of entering Clank. Also, for some reason, we can just do that on the fly whenever. Sometimes Ratchet may just come out to this area and be like, hey, Clank, I want to go back inside of your body using the shrink ray. Is that okay, dude? And I mean, sure, there's things to pick up there, but, like, that's still very bizarre if you think about it for even a little too long. Oh, hey. That was a very loud backflip noise, all considered. That really didn't do much damage, all told, but I think I missed a bunch of those, really, or they were blocked either. Same basic idea. Excellent. That was worth, like, no experience, but hey. Whatever. Also, yeah, we could suck up those sheep that were definitely smaller than the little floaty security bots. Or larger than the little floaty security bots. You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to underscore that there was a bit of an inconsistency there. Anywho, who fucking cares? Let's go see if... I think this clone planet is like the last part of the game. If I recall correctly, which I probably don't.
Ugh, I don't believe it. Another dead end. You lose a contact or something?
Just as I suspected.
Of course! The factory shrunk. Well, let's stomp around until we squish it, huh?
I do not think it will be that easy to find.
I mean,
Fine. This little Emperor Otto should be a piece of cake anyway. Let's get shrinking.
he did have a good point there that time, so. This does look fairly large, so maybe it's not as squishable as all that. Okay, so final level. This has definitely got the vibe of a place that would be a final level at something. Ooh, yeah, that is a lot of money for the laser tracer. That's a almost decent weapon. It's like the only thing in the game with good ammo, but you burn through it so fast. Anything to say about this thing? It's blah blah blah. Just cut to the chase. So they just create an electric detonation. That's good, though. Lock on. Yeah, give me the other upgrade for this thing, because this is actually a good weapon, which is shockingly rare in this game. Nothing new for our lacerators, unfortunately. And no mods for this thing, which is kind of sad. Oh yeah, Ratchet clones, right. I almost forgot about that part. I guess they really didn't want to make another enemy model or something. Anyway. Enough of that bullshit, let's get in here. Now surely I gotta transfer over this way and go find some levers to pull here, right? Pull the lever, Cronk, etc. Remember you from the medical area. Yeah, see, they seem like they've got nicer versions of my original gun here. Or at least the shots look bigger. Means they probably hurt more. Much more of an actual fireball involved there. Not to be confused with Hurt More from Dragon Quest. Hurt me more! Wait, no, that's something completely different. Never mind. Oh, these both look exactly the same in either direction. Whoops. That's what I get for trying to go fast, I guess. Unfortunately, this is no Sonic game. They don't want you to go fast. Man, these things do so much damage just in general. I probably would have better defense if I actually did any of the side challenge stuff, but... Ugh. Yeah, like, I'm actually gonna do that to myself, right? Eesh. Okay, this is rough. This is an interesting bit of business here, because I guess we can't double jump and then jump off of the jump wall, which is something we haven't known for this entire game up until now. So we've got to double jump onto this descending object and then hop off of that thing. And of course, because we screwed that all kinds of up, and we almost landed back on the thing, just we jumped off it for some reason, and because Ratchet doesn't know how to hang on to edges in this game, except for the very rare times when he does, like right after I say anything about it, because the game wants to make me a fucking fool. God, these inputs do not feel good at all. This is tortured. I really do not remember this being this severe when I was younger, but I guess young me should not be accused of having taste. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. So for all I know, I actually do, you know, I did actually have this bad of an experience when I was younger, and I just don't remember it. A weird thing that I remember... So, when I was younger, I used to not play games with any of the sound on for a very long time, probably because all the consoles were, like, out in common areas. So, when I first played this, I was instead listening to separate music through my laptop, and that Clank area, where you're inside of Clank, that is the first place where I heard the Yes album Magnification. Now, I'm sure that, like, nobody is going to really care too much about that story, and I'm sure that there's a bunch of people who are like, I didn't know that Yes had an album called, and you're right, because it was not exactly what you would call popular, because it came out in 2001, well after that style of music's heyday, when it was basically only the big fucking nerds who were listening to it in the first place. But for some reason, I recall this weird piece of trivia, but almost not that the area even existed. That was way too late. I don't have the timing on this, like, at all, but I haven't been in a great position to practice for a bit. As we finally get at the very end. Right after I say something. Again, making me look stupid as usual. If I want anything from that shop at this point that's not munitions, I would want it to be the laser tracer. I also got to remember to put my shield on here because, like, yeah. That would just generally be a smart idea. You know, stay on the defense here. I mean, maybe. I just have to actually... See, part of my thing here is that I just don't even remember to do stuff with that nowadays. I really should do some just general retouching of some shit with the stream anyway. I'll get to it sometime when I actually can remember, I suppose. Boop. Wow, what great level design this is, huh? Here's a very long rail, and the only challenge is we put a couple of balls every few frames here. They're even 3D balls. Wait, no, that's a reference that is out of place and out of time. Okay, well, at least here we're gonna get some jumping back and forth. So this is technically level design. I mean, by comparison, it kind of isn't, but... Whoa! Holy hell! That was close. I almost failed that repeatedly. And here we go. We're gonna have another room full of goons here to deal with. I said goons, not gooner. Whatever. Put on the shield, Ratchet. Come on. Not completely sure what that one died of, but... Oh, and of course there's another wave, because... They have to, I guess. See, at least in this case, our rocket gun is really good at taking care of groups of enemies. So even though it's not fully evolved yet, we do finally have a decent weapon. But also, man, they really need to... let us be able to evolve this. This is... My weapons are significantly more under-leveled than they have been in, like, any other Ratchet and Clank game that I played on stream for the end game. Again, what I'm assuming to be the end game. For all I know, it could end up not being that. Wrench damage is still alright. That usually seems to, like, scale up against enemies decently, though. So, at least there's that going for us. Give me a heal. Give me some more rockets so I can actually fight in here against groups. As opposed to just one at a time. That rocket definitely flew off in a weird direction. I don't know where it was going because it went up. There isn't anything up here, so... Hey, a big goofy switch for us to stand on, which opened that thing? The passage with more lava? Because for some reason, you know, lava passage near your big multiple factory. That's a good idea.
Ratchet, how very nice to see you. Although I'm sure you've seen enough of yourself already.
Otto, I am sorry that no one gives you credit for your work, but there are other ways to earn respect.
You actually pulled that cheesy story. This isn't about credit for our work or respect or whatever nonsense you've come to believe. This is about power, and what is more powerful than intelligence? The rhino?
And that would help if you had any.
Stronger than the power of the mind. Do you see this area behind me? That is what this has all been leading up to. I have developed the technology to transfer the intelligence from the being in one chamber to the being in the other.
What?
Oh, I've seen this plot before
I'm going to
in
use my
other franchises.
to gather every intelligent being in the solar system. Then I will transfer all of their brain power to me to become the most intelligent entity the universe has ever known.
That is pure evil.
How much more are many of them going to actually know than, again, a guy who's apparently this much of a intellectual mad scientist?
None of this will happen until you get by us.
Easier done than said.
You know, great work there. Good luck, Mr. Nitrous Oxide. Low budget nitrous oxide, I guess. So is our goal here simply to survive? Do we have an amount of kills we need to get? Oh, I see. He's got beefy dudes, too. For reasons. It is going to be a bit of a problem if this turns out to not be a kill room. Although I guess it depends very heavily on if there's ammunition that'll be available to us before or after. Yeah, see, now this thing is doing work against the slower enemies. If we actually land our shots appropriately. Oh, I think our shield got eliminated that fast, actually. On the other hand, I guess if we just die a bunch, that is a way for us to grind experience. Just farm through massive amounts of deaths. That's technically a strategy. Now we're out of shields. Wow, we ran like right into that dude's shooting zone. This is not the weapon I want ammunition for. There we go. And give me more of the shock rockets. Hey, good timing. Now I don't need that at all. I don't know how I turned around like that far off. That's weird. And we died with only 15 seconds left. Oh well, we could use a resupply anyway. Actually, hold up. There's still some weapon crates back here. Did any of these guys respawn? I don't think they did. which is just as well, because that just means we can get some stuff in here for free. Ooh. Free titanium bolt up there for 0 effort. Are you right there, game textures? The answer, of course, is no. Yeah, this seems like a bit of an issue. Am I inside the environment? I think I'm inside the environment. Well, that's our second major glitch of this. It's a good thing we just got the autosave. So, yeah, time to reload. And this will at least give us an opportunity to gain some more experience, I suppose. Collect all that. And we can afford the laser tracer now. The incredibly expensive weapons. You see 200 ammunition. Don't get too excited though, Star Fox, because as I sort of alluded to earlier, that's not really all that much in the greater scheme. But put that thing on there. And do we have anything else good to put in here in place of that? And the answer is honestly no. The concussion cannon is not that incredible. Oh well. Oh well. Shields up. Oh. Grindlock is already dealt with. That's helpful. Alright, now if I'm lucky, I'll at least have the shock rocket maxed out before I get to the boss here. And I wouldn't necessarily, you know, bet on it too much, but I'm certainly hoping. Laser tracer, maybe not so much, but, well, certainly not maxed. I don't even know if we'll get a chance to really put it to much use. Shield? Absolutely not, unfortunately. As much as I would love to have the shield maxed out, there's no way that's going to happen. Oh yeah, I gotta go through this bullshit again. Right. So thanks a frickin' lot, game, for that. I was about to say, where's the thing? Seemed like it was taking an awful long time because the cycle... Yeah, the cycle is not that long. I apparently pressed the X button a little too early the second time there. And then it just ate all my inputs for a second. Good. This part is such ass. Like, this is so... Oh, it really needs to be in a version of this engine that actually properly functions as opposed to whatever the hell is going on here. Wow, I'm surprised you actually remembered how to hold onto the edge of a platform there, Ratchet. Are you feeling okay, dude? Okay, we're through the pain gauntlet here. And now it's time to just go fight some more enemies. Some more very easy but needlessly durable enemies. I'm not sure if these target dummies can, like, hurt us or anything. Very possibly. But they definitely seem to recoil when we get near them. Almost like they're getting hit by the shield. Careful that we don't fall out the world. As basically happened to us that one time. Are they taking damage from my shield thing? Be very useful if so, but... Oh, I'm out of rockets. Fuck. Well, show this thing off. Yeah, it's like I said, it burns through ammo like a motherfucker, but it does good damage. So, I'm really on the ground of just like sheer DPS from the laser. I at least hope the shots are cheap. I don't recall. Hey, we get 25 back per ammo pod. That's pretty good, at least. Okay. Alright, shield up. Rockets out. And purchase that. And into the boss we go. Well, boss survival area anyway. 'Cause I'm still not sure if this is This is not the final boss. I'm sure that we have to actually fight auto-destruct anyway. Which, I understand that's supposed to be a pun, but it's like, most people use the phrase self-destruct nowadays. So, it does feel really, really off. And just keep that equipped for now and just fight with our wrench. Till further notice. Hey, put the shield up. Come on. I think we are actually dealing some damage to some of these enemies with the shield. I'm not sure. It is very hard to be sure, because it definitely seems to be extremely little, if any. But hey, if it enables us to continue to play like butt here, then why not? Oh, no, that's the wrong one. That's the one we want to have on, is the shield. I don't know why I went into the weapons menu for it. I guess because I want some sense more sureness or something. Although in the greater scheme of things, doesn't change very much. Just me being insane or something. And see, I know that I'm getting experience for this, but it's so little. It's always kind of the problem in these games that, like, eventually the experience that you get from killing the same enemy over and over degrades. And I don't really think it needs to do that, basically. I mean, again, the idea of wanting me to level grind in a platformer is already stupid enough on its face. But, hey. Do this, and go into the... Oh, I thought I was going to have to skip the cutscene again. Okay. Turns out I don't. That's handy. Why were you not targeting anything there? I was holding the buttons. I guess maybe it just decided not to specifically lock to anything for some reason. Well, whatever. Yeah, you can see this thing just absolutely demolishes its own ammunition. It's a strong weapon, but it really does not last. Yeah, we're at our max HP. This has to be the end of the road, right? It'd be real stupid if there was something after this. Oh, right, challenge mode exists, but that doesn't count. Yeah, I'm going to assume that this is actually just a survival zone. I guess because the alternative is so stupid that mentally it would hurt me if I assumed anything else, but also... more of the point, because I don't see any way that it's tracking our kills, which it would kind of need to. Then again, this isn't really a game that likes to tell us what our goals are as much as you would like it to, so... at least I don't feel like it is. Not compared to many other games in the franchise. Alright, well, we're almost at the end of the timer. It was blinking red, which is a choice for something like that if it's just live.
Looks like Otto overlooked one thing. I'm not half as good without you.
True.
Oh, what are you doing here, Quark?
Papa, is that you?
Yes, it's me, you idiot. I mean, son. Now be a good boy and get those two out of here.
Papa, why did you make Quark so tiny?
I've got a job to do, son, and it's time I take care of your little playmates.
You know, again, I think that... pause for a sec. I think we just died instantly. I was looking away. Which, in my defense, is a pretty easy thing to do. Did we at any point... what the fuck? I guess it's an explosion radius for you, huh? It's a don't be too far ahead or get so far ahead that you dodge this tax. Anyway, remember how we started this sequence out and Ratchet was like, okay, well, we're big, they're small, let's go find this factory and squish it. And in the middle of doing all of this, at no point did we consider just reversing the shrink ray and embiggening ourselves, which I also bring up in a case like this, because literally he just did the same fucking thing.
Nice shooting. Very clever, too.
As we continue to still have the thing.
Where were we? This is getting better all the time.
Oh, see, he's got a jetpack thing for some reason. So now we get a boss fight as Giant Clank. Using the style of the older games. Well, I guess that's something. At least there's some variety here. Also, I really hope and expect that some of these attacks do damage that's not a division of 10. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, why do we have 100 HP when we could just put it as out of 10 and everything does one hit? Oh, see, it's not even. It's doing 20 damage. Which is fair, I guess. You know, okay. I wasn't sure how many times I got hit earlier, just that I got hit. But also, this is wildly pathetic. Is there anything after this?
Papa, can I have a piggyback ride? You should be more careful. You almost hit me with that.
No, here we go. Now is when the real fight begins. All that stuff was just a prelude. Okay, he's got a shield of some kind, I see, and it takes out ours in one shot. That's tragic, but... where is his, energy Motron here? And say, surely I can't hit him through his stupid egg. No, I can. Okay. I thought we were going to have to go turn around and hit his generator there, but no. Nope. They did not set things up that way. Okay. They just gave him basically a regenerating, like, section of his HP meter, I guess, instead. Had to draw this line off to a thing in the background to distract us. That hurts. Wow. Is that 30 damage we took from that attack? I mean, I guess I could be doing better in the armor having department, but Jesus. That's what I think you would politely call completely the F unnecessary here. They really do expect you to just have full gear at this point, don't they? Which, like, for real? With how much grinding is involved in this game? Are you kidding me? You really want me to be this, like, over-leveled for this section, huh? Well, I'm certainly not going to waste the equivalent of several streams worth of, you know, to get there. I'm just gonna do things this way, I guess. Which is to say, maybe a little bit poorly, but hey. May very well get the job done. Excellent. We got an upgrade for our static barrier mid-fight. It's kind of a pity we do this little damage to him, but hey. Sure, we'll get there eventually. Oh, that was unfortunate. I think we could probably duck that. Yeah, that's just straight up not an idea that I considered up until now. I almost forgot we could duck. It's one of the first few times it feels like it's been relevant for dodging an attack in a very long time, if ever, in this series. On the other hand, I do just sort of, like, automate straight to jumping over things for some reason. I don't know, it feels like it makes sense mentally, I guess. Oh, see, that time we didn't immediately lose our shield from a single hit. So I guess our shield is getting decent now. Credit where it's due, I suppose. Did you want to actually do the slam attack there, Ratchet? We're out of shields now. Fuck. Hand attack is pretty easy to dodge as long as you're on the ground for when it starts. Otherwise, you're going to have some issues. Okay, let's port back to the ship, actually, and see about buying some upgrades to our weaponry, to any of our good shit here, and see if maybe we can max out our rocket launcher, I suppose. Let's take that. We could probably get ourselves all the way up to getting the other thing as well, as long as the enemies respawned. Which maybe they did not. That would be very unfortunate. Oh no, we got a couple of them who respawned at least. Unfortunately, I think it's literally just going to be these two guys before we have the like, complete dog shit jump, so... Yeah, forget it then. Forget it. The only other way for us to get any more fights going would be for us to leave to another planet. And I don't want to do that. Unless we can go backwards from this room. I don't think we can. Yeah, no, we're sealed in here. As I recall from that section, I just was making sure that it's like it didn't suddenly change the rules on us or anything. Fuck, he's fast. See, I'm paying a little better attention this time. Yeah, it might be better for us to try and break the barrier with the wrench as much as possible, and then switch to actual weapons to deeps him. Okay. We'll put up the shield. Because we can literally only take 2 hits in this fight without the shield on. Would you stop that, you asshole? Also, why does it keep taking away my fucking rockets when I have to put up a shield again? Yes, do the hand attack more. Oh, is he... He's getting a little more pissed off now, I see. He's got some more moves going on. I mean, fair enough. We did erode a good chunk of his health meter. His energy ball there seems to be designed to like counter you. Oh fuck! I couldn't see what height that was. I could just see it while I was in the thing. Damn it! The fist. Ugh. Well, we are getting somewhere. So the strategy does, I suppose, seem to be. Well, first of all, spend a little extra money on that. God, I'm going to have to go back and get into some fights at some point in order to actually have money to round this battle out, I think. If you would like to do fewer of those high waves, that would be really helpful, dude. But I know that you're kind of a jerk, and your pattern seems to be, like, at least almost entirely RNG. Fuck. Well, that's my fault for doing that a little too soon. Rockets, come on. Get with the program, Ratchet. God, yeah, this time is going a lot worse because of all of these that he's doing. And unfortunately, because you can't find ammunition for the shield generator in ammo crates, because of course not. Fuck's sakes. Just keep that thing on, I guess. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna do this now. Just hold down and fire more rockets, I suppose. Oh, now he's doing the 5-wave immediately. Okay, sure. Oh, fuck you, man. Fuck. That came so fast. That happened so... I didn't have time for that. I also am, like, really, really, really running out of money here, so... Alright, fine. I guess I will not just DPS him with the wrench during this phase. And one of these days, I'm going to learn to duck under the high waves every time, but... Unfortunately, this fucking loser is just like, hey, yeah, what if I do this constantly? I was predicting the other one for some reason. I shouldn't even try to predict this guy's attacks because they are, well, apparently random. Alright, fine, we're just doing this. Into your second phase already. God, that is such a bad weapon to use here. Put up the... Why did it not put up the shield? I mean, I guess the other question is, why don't they give me any weapons with enough... anything to actually do this with? Oh, right. Yeah. Fucking hell. The action lockout there got me. Ugh. Yeah, this is not sustainable. I'm not strong enough to do this. I have to go elsewhere in order to go and get money at least. I hate this so much. Why do I have to level grind in a fucking platformer, dude? I guess I can do the mini games here and we can pretend that that's good. Oh, something just fell off my desk. Oh well. Happens. Hooray! We upgrade the shock rocket to the electro rocket. I don't know how much level of damage that does. I hope it's good. I don't know that it will be, but hey. Maybe it shall. But for now, we're going to go in here. We're going to get some money because, honestly, that's going to continue to be the biggest gating thing for us because... yeah. And we're going to at least just do these things. Yeah, that's how you use the teleporters. You have to electrify it, I guess. Okay, then. Yay, I got a free pittance of money. I wonder if this will get me any amount of anything out the deal. Yeah, you know what? We're going to have you explode. First two will electrify. Because obviously what we have to do is we have to wait for them to hit the turnaround point over there the first time before we have these two teleport. So make sure you're still doing that. Okay. I'd say for some reason give me one extra. I guess it's technically not true if there's only one way to win. The thing was lying to us, and I guess show that off, I suppose, but eh. Build a bridge to save these dudes. Alright. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Guys just start bringing the bricks as soon as possible. Okay, at least they wait to swing and they don't do anything too stupid. Thank you, game, for that small mercy. Alright. So. Swing. Swing. And swing. Assign these guys to bridge. You bomb. And you bridge as well, I suppose, just to really make sure that everything is safe. Ooh, this will give us an upgrade to the boots. That's pretty good. Okay. So, getting through this, we can only have one dude live, I guess. So I don't completely know what this is going to be like just yet. No. Don't swing across yet, I don't think. I mean, maybe. Yeah, you're gonna splat, aren't you? Yep. Okay, so restart challenge. Which means that what we want to do is we want to explode on the edge of this cliff here. That's probably fine. Yeah. That is definitely fine. Okay, yeah, wait for you to drop again. Bridge. And you enter electrify mode. Oh god. Fuck! Because I was slightly off there. God dang it. Give me the ability to fast forward through this, please. In a case like that, like, what? Was this game developed in 1989 or something? Actually, the way the rest of this game plays, it's a fucking insult to a game from 1989 to say that. Jesus. All right. So we do that. And then I think this second fellow needs to bridge as well. But down here. All right, and you enter swing mode. Yep, okay. See, that's like dirt easy. It's just a matter of sometimes the execution is bad because this game controls like absolute shit. In case that wasn't apparent. Anyway, for our troubles, we get an upgraded set of boots, which gives us some more defense. But mostly I wanted the money anyway, so... If nothing else, that way I can get my weapons a little bit more ammunitioned. I could probably stand to go and fight through some shit in this area and see if it'll get me some more experience. At least being able to do some more damage with the laser tracer would be nice. But really, it's the shield that's the important one, because, you know, staying safe is pretty paramount at all times. Oh, great shooting there, Tex. What is that noise? Why? Why is that noise? How's the experience on the shield doing anyway? Oh, it's almost full. Hell yeah. I love that for us. Laser gun, not nearly so much, but that, I suppose, is to be expected. What? Why am I just shooting straight through that fucking thing? Why is that happening? Okay, there we go. Finally, we did damage to the enemy there. That was wild. What the hell was going on with that? Are you okay, game? Other than all the ways in which I know it's not. You know, don't gotta tell me about that part of things. Okay, yeah, those don't grow until the daytime for some reason. Because they need to have another stupid mechanic for this planet. Because, man, oh man. You really need to overcomplicate things that much, huh? Yeah, we're out of ammo for the laser tracer. Fucking hell. This thing just eats so much energy. It's awful. Well, you know what? I think really empowering the shield is all I care about, so I think I may just go and challenge the boss again now that I've got the rockets upgraded. I wish they gave me more ammunition for them, but well, whatever. Yeah, this amount of nest egg is going to have to do us. We're going to try to fight the boss better this time and see if we can end this game, because I would love to be done with it already. After a mere, like, 6.5 hours or so. And multiple glitches today. Hey, you finally seem to have broke the... No, he didn't break the shield. It's just causing me to take red flashes for, you know, finally. After 8 million years there. And see, if this didn't waste so much ammo just getting the laser to reach out to the enemies too, that'd be great. But hey, I'm not a game developer. Apparently, these guys are, and they get paid for it. Meanwhile, I just give unsolicited advice on a Twitch stream. Okay, let's go see if there's any more fights we can get to before the hell jump, because I don't feel like dealing with the hell jump, and I've forgotten a little bit about how this area is laid out. Yeah, this room, right. Yeah, see, there's something we can do here before the hell jump. Oh, hey. Wrong thing for us to take out there. Yeah, you really want to be in first-person mode when you're doing a big laser sweep like that. Because otherwise, yeah, good fucking luck actually hitting anything. Yeah, I'll just fight with the wrench until I die here. Because I don't want to proceed the way the rest of this way. I can just walk back to the teleport of the ship. I don't think I can recover full health here. Yeah, let's just go walk off the edge back here. Yeah, sink in the lava. And here we are, back on the other side of things. Oh, do I have to go on? You better believe I effing don't, because I'm going to save and I'm going to reload and we're going to be right back at the ship. And then we're moving on to the final boss again. I'm going to pick up the rest of the ammunition I need. That's a lot of money I had to spend there. What the hell? Over 10 grand for ammo? What the fuck? Like, seriously, are you okay, game? Actually, I want to know does the repulsor field add anything new? Because of course it didn't tell me. Supercharged 0 outside it. Electrical shocks any opponent foolish enough to draw near. Okay, so it's a thing that actually does damage this time, apparently. Well. Yeah, we stop firing when the attacks come out because having to duck under the high waves will cause us to waste ammo. Yeah, you're giving me dual lacerator ammo, which is fair, because that's what I was using, but still. Yeah, there's his horrible energy gauntlets. Okay, I think I've picked up to the rhythm of this, but man, you need to do an actual move sometime, dude. Oh yeah, now he's taking good damage from this. I didn't mean to double jump there. Oh, crap. I was literally just about to put the shield back up, too, and I... Oh, boy. I screwed that up real bad. Well, whatever. You can fix it this time. God, I wish it didn't autosave every time I try to do that. And now, for some reason, we're outside of auto zone. If I have to go grind for more cash, I'm going to be real pissed off. What? 5,000 for... You are kidding me! Oh my god! It was 200 before the upgrade! Seriously? What the hell, High Impact Games, or whatever the developer's name was? You guys are monsters! Okay, so I can at least technically tell when he's going to do which version of that attack in the middle of the attack. Because when he's doing 5 waves, it's up, down, up, or down, up, down, whichever. One of those two. It seems to vary. Meanwhile, his 3-wave attack is 2 in one direction and then a 3rd in the other. So, all right. Technically, it's not as random as all that. Now, does that mean that I like what I am being forced to deal with here? And the answer is, fuck you, I fucking don't. Also, yeah, we're getting into some instances where I'm still getting clipped by some of these waves, even when I'm dodging it with the duck. So that's not great. That'll be 5 waves. Yeah, I think 5 waves literally only starts down, possibly. Ouch! That attack does more damage than any of the other shit we were dealing with earlier did. Oh my god, he's still not dead. Never mind, he is. It just took him doing his little tantrum animation for it to catch up there. Hey, monkey man.
What is it, pal? These are Quark's real parents. Scrunch says they were killed by defective equipment created by the Technomites.
Wow, that really bites. Should we tell Quark?
I think he already knows.
Well, I guess we kind of go full
Because of him.
circle-ish.
I'll never know my real parents.
I recognize your parents from the photo. They were great superheroes in their day. You should be very proud.
That's nice of you to lie about it, Clank.
What he's after.
How could you do something so evil? You knew the truth and you used it against me.
He's here for revengeance.
Now, I'm going to get
You used me, Skinner. Wait, no, that's something else. Sorry.
What are you doing? You don't know how it works. You think I'm an idiot, do you? Well, how about having this brain instead of yours? You want intelligence? You're about to get the opposite of that.
I don't think that's such a good idea, Quark. Why don't you climb out of there and let's see if we can calm you down a bit, huh?
Yes, Quark. You should consider.
Yeah, because it's more like then you would be in his body and he'd have the superhero body.
I don't care.
I mean, the monkey can tank it for him. Yeah, see, there you go. That's actually some good planning.
Oh no. Now what are we gonna do with him?
It appears that Scrunch just added another family member.
Great. Can we get out
So
of
it
here
just
now?
sort of overrode his brain instead.
Kataru in an hour.
You got it.
Well, good enough. Good enough. And that is all of that nonsense wrapped up in something or other here.
Your battle Ratchet today. It's the most realistic fighting toy ever created.
Oh, this is what you decide to do with them?
Behave unpredictably. Do not keep Battle Ratchet in original package unless sufficient air holes are provided.
Well, I'm glad they found a use for those things.
Yes, and they seem to do a good job of keeping Quark
Seems
company.
this all seems like a very bad idea. But hey, who am I to
Tentacle with a squid beast of Oceania 8. I pulled out my trusty
say anything?
proton, but the salt water had shorted it out.
You know,
Hey,
again,
let's get into the good part.
having criticism about
Small,
plot
but his ego is still big.
in Ratchet and Clank. Who really, because of all the series that we've played on here where it doesn't matter, actually there's definitely been others where it's mattered less. But that is the end of Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. That sucked. In fact, it sucked significantly more than I was remembering it did and was expecting it to. And to be quite frank, I was willing to give this game a little bit more of a pass until at the very end I found out that the upgraded shield generator ammunition, the price went up by a factor of 25. Now I kind of hope that if any of the devs have dogs, they receive a personal visit from Christy Gnome for lunch. Okay, fine. That's a little bit mean. I apologize. But I'm in a little bit salty right now because I thought, okay, this wasn't going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I thought surely it would be only mediocre. But my God. I don't know what I'm going to play tomorrow. I might fire up the PS3 and get out Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction because, to be quite frank, I would like to play one of these games that doesn't suck ass, but admittedly, the number of those that are available are quite few. But hey, that might be worth doing it. I would love to be able to play Quest for Booty, but I don't have the ability to do that right now. Oh yes, quality assurance. That's what you guys call yourselves? Well, I'm pretty sure all of these fuckers were asleep at the wheel here. Oh well. I'll let these credits cycle through the rest of the way because we'll give the game that much. Or something. And yeah, once that happens, that'll be it for today. Damn, this is a lot of people. At least it feels like a lot of people. I can't lie, I'm genuinely curious if this performs better on the PSP. Then again, maybe that would just be a case of, like, coping because it's the PSP. Not that the PSP is necessarily bad, but it wouldn't really handle this kind of thing very well, and it'd have fewer controls. See, fair reason for me to let the credits go all the way. We had to see the In Memoriam. R.I.P. Mr. Daniel Eric Johnson, whoever you were. I don't know offhand. Congratulations, you have won the game. Do you wish to replay the game in challenge mode with all your weapons, armor, bolts, and skill points? Or time warp back to before you confronted auto-destruct? Here's a hint for you.